Hello everyone, Keith Williams here with the Williams & Follows Group at Remax Jazz with our wrap-up for the first quarter, Q1 of 2021. That's January, February, and March. And I must apologize, I'm late in getting this out, and it's only due to the constant harassing of my staff that I've been able to put this together now. We've just actually been so busy in the market that I haven't been able to get around to this. So taking the time now, sorry for it being late, but promised it to you, so here it is. Let's take a look at the numbers for Q1 of 2021. Sales for the first quarter were 4,106 units, and that was up a whopping 60.33% over last year. In 2020, a year ago, we had COVID hit in mid-March, so the numbers are down from mid-March and April as compared to this year. There is a natural bit of skewing there. Nevertheless, though, the 4,106 units sold shows you the horrendous pace of the market that we have this year. We had in the first quarter 5,758 new listings. That was up 41%, but even that 41% doesn't compare to 60% increase in sales. Months of inventory decreased, and it was just a mere 2 weeks, and that's where it's been hovering, between a week and 2 weeks of inventory in Durham region. That's absolutely astounding. And the average price was up to $895,023. That's a 36.38% increase from last year. That shows you the demand we have in the market for houses. Sales increased from January to February to a high of 2,076 units in March. Also, active listings increased proportionately. Months of inventory again was 2 weeks, and we hit a high sale price of $901,274 in March, with an average days on market of just 7 days. Now for April, now that month has wrapped up, the average sold price decreased a little bit, but so did the inventory, and that's just left the demand stronger than ever. So you can see here the sales in the first quarter of 2020 compared to the first quarter of 2021, a 60.33% increase and a 36.38% increase in the average sale price from $656 a year ago to $895 this year. The activity remains in detached homes as the leader across the region, with 1,747 homes sold last year compared to 2,804 sold this year, a 60.5% increase. In semi-detached homes, they were also up tremendously to 63.5% over a year ago. Townhouse sales increased 65%, and condo apartments increased by 16.7%. Of course, we don't have the kind of condo market in Durham region yet that they have in Toronto, but we're working on it. The average sold price for detached homes in Q1 of 2021 was $988,000. That's a 37.9% increase. Semi prices increased by 39.9%. Townhouses were up 29.8%, and condos were up by 8.3%. The Q1 sales comparison in Durham region from 2019 to 2021 shows you pre-COVID sales in 2019 of 1,915 units. In 2020, they were well on the way to escalating to 2,561 units, but we just blew the doors off the barn in 2021 with sales of 4,106 units. Looking at the 5-year historical average price in Durham region, you can see the bump we had in 2017. Everybody remembers that market before the government stepped in. We increased from an average sold price of 2016 of $481,000 up to $669,000 in 2017. It leveled off in 2018 and 2019, started to increase again in 2020 up to $656,000. But a giant jump in 2021 up to $895,000. And the last slide here, months of inventory, is what tells the story of what's been happening in Durham region. You can see in the middle, our 2020 inventory levels were on a steady decline from a high in April right through December. Down, down, down it went. And in 2021, we started January with a bit of inventory, and it's been steadily down since then. and that sort of remains a story. That's really what's causing the demand for homes and higher prices is the amount of buyers in the market, and just not enough homes to satisfy that demand. So that's the story. Continued demand for housing right across the region. The numbers eased off a little bit in April, but so did the inventory. We think that's probably due to some people keeping their homes off the market during the lockdown. But if we get things lifted towards the end of May, it's quite possible that more people will be putting their homes on the market. That will help satisfy some of the demand, but could also create a very active late spring market extending into June and July. So that's the wrap up. We'll be back in early July with what happened in Q2. It should be interesting. Thanks for watching, and this is Keith Williams. Stay safe.